Welcome to the Vigilant Prayer Line. My prayer is that today's message may change your life and help you to grow in Christ. Some years back, I coined a slogan. I like to coin slogans. And this is a slogan I made about my lifestyle. This will be my lifestyle. Number one, the mind of Christ, the lifestyle of Christ. People must see Jesus in me. Number two, great faith. We can increase our faith by hearing faith messages. Number three, hard work. I'm a hard worker. Number four, simple life. Today, my prayer is that my message from the life of Jacob may help you to have the mind of Christ and also great faith. Who is Jacob? He is the grandson of Abraham. In the book of Genesis chapter 32 verse 7 says, Jacob was greatly afraid and distrusted. Why? He heard that his brother is coming to kill him with 400 soldiers. He remembered his grandfather Abraham. He went to fight with 4 kings with only 318 soldiers. They were not even soldiers, they were shepherds. And here this man is coming with 400. Not only that, about 20 years back, his elder brother Esau, he said, one day I will kill you. Let our aged father die, I will kill you. So he was frightened. So what we should do when we are in a fix, what we should do when we are in trouble, great trouble, when we are distressed, when we are greatly afraid. Learn from Jacob. Verse 24, he got alone. In several ways we can pray. Number one, we can pray in the family prayer. Even we can pray alone in a normal way. Or we can pray in the church. No, that is not what it means here. He was in trouble. So it was a prayer from the bottom of his heart. I remember my father. He was an Orthodox man, but a praying man, Bible-believing man. He would read 20 chapters minimum every day. He was a good man. And one day, once he was in trouble, I was studying for engineering and I ran away from college. Shame for the family. I joined the army. Somebody studying for engineering, leaving the college and joining the army, it is another shame. And my sister, she got divorced. In 1961, nobody heard about divorce. And it happened in my family. Again, he was in trouble. My mother became crazy because of this problem. My brother, he had a bus accident and he broke his backbone. And what did my father do? He did not look for an alcoholic drink. He did not go to the witchcraft person. He did not go to the wrong channel. What did he do? He would walk through the rubber plantation. My father was working in a rubber plantation. He would walk through the rubber plantation, sit somewhere and beat his chest and cry and prayed. And do you know what happened? My mother was totally healed. My brother was totally healed. My sister was remarried to a wonderful person who was never married before. And I got saved. How it happened? By prayer. And he did not pray for many years. He prayed only for 10 years. It's a long time. Don't give up. Pray. So he got alone. And then somebody came and started to wrestle. He did not know it was God. He should have thought, oh, it could be a robber. So he was wrestling. For how many hours? We don't know. Maybe 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. Then the other person who was wrestling with Jacob said, let me go. The sun is coming up. You must not see my face. And then he realized, this is God. And God did something wrong, what he was supposed to do. When you are wrestling, you are not supposed to touch certain parts. But God did it because God was weak. I'm not putting down God. No, I'm teaching something. God became weak when a wrestling man was wrestling with God. Wrestle with God. When you are in a fix, when you are in trouble, when you are in a problem, when you are greatly afraid, wrestle with God. Do you know wrestling? It is very difficult. Have you seen wrestling on the television? Often they will ring a bell, that means stop. Otherwise the person may have a heart attack. He may have trouble. He may have a nervous collapse. So there's no break. And have you, he had physical pain, but he did not stop. Even if you are under pain, even if you are under fear, don't stop. Keep on wrestling with God. And then finally God said, what do you want? What is your name? He said, I want blessing. What was he asking for? Was he asking for wealth, a house, wife, children? No, he had all these things. What was he asking for? The presence of God. I have no land. I have no house. I have no car. I have no motorcycle. I have no cycle. This is the truth I tell before God. But one thing I have, the presence of God. I'm not bragging on myself, but I'm encouraging you, seek the presence of God. Of course we need a house. Of course we need a car. Of course we need money. But more than everything, seek for the blessings of God. And God said, what do you want? I want the blessing. God said, okay, I'm going to change your name from Jacob. Jacob means imposter. That is the real meaning of Jacob. No, when I'm blessing you, I want your a good name. My God can change your name if it's a bad name. Maybe you went to prison. Maybe your father was a bad character. Maybe your mother did not have a good reputation. My God, He can change your name. Now hear me. Who is greater? Abraham, Moses, or Jacob? Abraham's name is mentioned 230 times in the Bible. The name of Moses is written 784 times in the Bible. But the name Israel means Prince of God. It is written 2,603 times, more than the name of Moses, who got the law from God. God likes to be called the God of Israel. Jacob, he was a deceiver. He deceived his father. He deceived his elder brother. He ran away from his father-in-law. But wrestle with God, you can also wrestle with God in prayer. Not a physical wrestling, but in prayer. Will you pray alone and wrestle with God and get a new name? May God bless you to have a new name.